Let's bring in ABC News security contributor and former UK national security official Steve Hill for more. Steve, let's start with Israel, Iran. Do you think this ceasefire will hold?
Thank you, Diane. Yes, I do. I mean, I share the optimism that you've heard about in Tel Aviv. I think it's in all parties' interest for it to hold, but there may be some bumps along the way. It's in the US interest because the US has achieved its aims. It's obliterated the nuclear program. It's demonstrated to the world its unique position in a military powerful sense. And lastly, it may have ended a war that both sides, frankly, were finding it difficult to find an end to. And it's like this cameo role from the US has sort of saved the day, not only in a military sense, but also in a real sense of bringing peace. And I think that's what Israel will also want. They've achieved victory. They've demonstrated their a superiority to the region in military intelligence, offensive and defensive terms. And also, importantly to them, they've restored their relationship with President Trump. And that, I think, really matters to them. The Iranians, of course, the big losers. They've been outmatched. They're friendless. Their economy's stagnating. But they have survived. And they will hope that that regime change that was talked about briefly won't come, and that they will live to fight, I guess, another day, or even better, that some kind of negotiation enables them to have lifted sanctions and move to a better future.
So it sounds like you think not only will the ceasefire hold, but they'll be able to broker some kind of longer-term deal.
Clearly, the ceasefire is the preamble and the precursor, and necessary but not sufficient. But I think all sides will see the advantage that they can go into a kind of cold, frozen conflict. But I would expect over the next weeks and months for US-Iran negotiations to resume.
What do you think these unsuccessful attacks from Iran on US military bases says about Iran's capabilities or even Iran's real intentions right now?
I think that's exactly the right way to frame it, both capability and intention. Capability's been degraded massively. The intent, unlike I think in the US system and even the Israeli system, where if the head says this is how it's going to be, it sticks. The Iranian system is also in some confusion. There will be factions, and so there may be maverick, hardline elements who may want to actually undermine the progress towards any kind of long-term peaceful solution. But I think if the Americans, certainly, and the Israelis can keep their eye on the long-term objectives, then they will not respond overly to the sort of minor kerfuffles. Of course, if something bad happens, if inadvertently a lone actor kills a lot of American citizens, for example, all bets are off.
All right, Steve Hill, we appreciate your time as always. Thank you.